vamos. I got absolutely nothing planned today. Probably just gonna code. Sounds like a bloody perfect day. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna be vlogging here, but I'm a vlogger because this is my life. And it may not be that exciting, but it's kind of fun for me, at least for me. I like my life.
Oh yeah. We got the porridge, we got the tea, we got the computer.
It's been a pretty slow morning. I got wrapped up into watching a Node.js documentary, and so that took like an hour of my time. But I recommend you go and watch it if you can. Okay.
Damn, this shit's peak.
Okay, so I'm finally gonna start getting some coding done. Right now I'm actually working on a super fun and interesting little problem in my project. And so ideally what I want is that each of these get tokenized. So this is a word, this is a word. Oh, so this is the word for to see, I suppose, to look. And this is in past tense, so it's like looked right now. So I want to also be able to save the base form of that word in my database. And this is what the result I would get. And so you can see it tokenizes these ones fine, okay. But then I get stuff like this, where it's tokenizes too far. And like this is on purpose, I think. But it's not how I want it to work for my app. What happens here is that this is one word, but it's been tokenized into two different things. So yeah, there was that problem. And then I also realized that, hey, I actually want to store the lemma. But I found a Python package that is really popular called Spacey. And it seems to have like everything I want and need. So this is my first time doing this. I'm gonna create another server in Python. And so my app is gonna run on two servers, and I have no clue how this really works. I mean, I guess it's just like in my Node server, I'm just calling the API of my Python server, I assume. I haven't written in Python in like 3 years, like since like the start of uni, but I don't think it should be that hard to whip up a little endpoint, especially with AI now, let's be honest. Oh my god, bro, Spacey is so powerful, dude. So look at this. Now I send my request here, and Spacey just does all this for me. It immediately gets each sentence, and then it goes on. I can get like the lemma straight up. I can get even details about the actual word, like the, what does it say, part of speech, I think. So yeah, like this is an adjective and this is a punctuation. Like that's fucking crazy. It just does this straight up. And same with Japanese, it actually works really well. So I mean, I still have a little problem with this, like, but since I have these parts of speech, it's actually pretty easy to fix. I should just be able to say, oh, if the part of speech is the same, then like blah blah blah, do some quick logic to put them together. I'm not even joking, I'm actually blown away at Spacey. That is crazy, dude. No other like Node.js like package came closer to this.
So this is how I implemented the Spacey in my Python API. So Spacey provides this doc object, and you just pass the text into it, and then you can literally just say doc.sentences or sense, to get each sentence in that text, and then from there you can just say sense.tokens, and then you get each token within that sentence. So it's pretty damn cool.
Okay, so I pretty much just got my back-end endpoint pretty good for this now. I reckon I'm gonna start working on the front end and just hooking it up, so allow users to then import content. I'll just show you the request here. So you can see I chuck in up here is the files, the text file, some story someone wants to upload, or I plan to support like EPUB files as well. And then I just need some extra information about the language code and the title. And then you upload it, and I extract all the text from the file. I flatten all the word tokens so I can easily access them. And then here's all the stuff I showed you before, the tokenizing. Like, I'm really happy with that, where that's at now. And so it should allow me to create a system where I can easily like hover over a word, and then I can send like the lemma definition to a dictionary or to Google Translate.
So before I could get started on the importing content feature, I needed to fix up my auth a little bit. So I'm using Firebase auth, so then I don't have to get into the nitty gritty of all the auth shit. And then on the back end, I'm using MongoDB, and so I've got to, auth the user with Firebase and then send that information to my backend to create the user. Now the thing is though, for a user to be created in my schema, I need a few more fields that like just the Firebase auth doesn't give me, like the user's native language and etc. And so there's this weird period of time where the user is authenticated through Firebase, but they're not yet created, or they haven't been loaded from my database yet. And so I was just trying to figure out how can I identify this state in my front end, and what should I actually do when this is happening. So what I'm gonna do for now is just immediately load the user from my database whenever an authenticated user from Firebase appears. And then during the time that it's loading my user from my database, I just can check that state in my user service and display something accordingly. So each of these content types are going to take the user to a slightly different form page, but each of these form pages are going to share the same fields, but also have different ones. So I have to figure out how can I achieve that.
Alright, so this is how I'm handling these forms right now. I'm using Form Builder, but no validators or anything, right? And then I update the validators when a user chooses. Here, bam, then I update the validators. So in this case, then I would make the title required. But if the user clicked on YouTube, then only the YouTube URL would be required. That's how I'm doing it. I don't really know if that's the best way to do it, to be honest.
And then other than that, I was working on the import service, which is responsible for calling my backend API, as well as keeping track of the state of that call. So whether it's loading, or if there's an error with the call or whatever, so then my component can react to it. And to do this, I'm using a pattern in Angular that utilizes the new signals in combination with classic RxJS to create this reactivity with signals, but then also API calls and all that good stuff with RxJS easily.
Anyway, I haven't been able to get it all done today. I'm tired, obviously. I haven't been able to get it all done today, obviously, but I'm pretty happy with how far I got and all the tokenizing and all that stuff done. I just need to hook it up with the front end now. It can be tomorrow's job. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna chill out a little bit, you know?
Yo, what's up? I'm just gonna do a little improv voiceover while I'm playing some random shit on piano. Yeah, so whoever's still watching this video, that's pretty cool, man. Like, I don't think anyone watches my videos, and you know what, that's cool. So, if someone is, then, wow, thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying, I suppose. Yeah. You know, I just play random shit on piano. It's too much mental effort to try and like learn new shit. So I end up like improvising, you know. Anyway.
Okay, every night I read 2 books. So I read one like non-fiction book, and I also read one book in Japanese to keep my Japanese abilities to a decent level. Now I'm reading The Diary of a CEO. I'm a little bit of the way in.